Folks, I'm here to talk with you today about the Kershaw Blur pocket knife. This knife has been reviewed extensively online. I get it. I'm very late to the game on this one. This knife has been around a long time. But I haven't had the opportunity really to take a look at it, and I wanted to do some things that maybe some other reviewers have not done with this knife so far. So first, I'll just give you a little bit of comparison for you. For the Kershaw Blur, we're going to go ahead and compare it to the Rat Model 1 for you knife aficionados and knife nerds out there. And then maybe we'll give a old school look at the Buck 110 for a little comparison there. So a little bit shorter than, a little bit less of a blade and a little bit less reach than a Buck 110 there, and just about the same blade length as the Ontario Rat number 1. So there you go. It's a good size comparison for that there. I always want to test these things when they come from the factory because you just never know what exactly you're getting here. But I think because this is such a thin, slicey blade, you can see the little bit of recurve in the blade here too. It's such a thin, slicey blade. I haven't modified this one yet. It's good to go on the initial cut test out of the box. It is very, very sharp, or at least slicey enough out of the box to be used. That recurve shape in there, I don't normally like recurves because when you go ahead and sharpen these, or if you are sharpening frequently, you're gonna create yourself a huge smile in that blade over time, and that it doesn't cause an issue, but it just looks kind of funny with that big smile in the blade there. This thing in my giant gorilla paws is a little small for me. It's kind of a medium-sized knife. Now it's not, the Ontario Rat number 1 where you can see where the handle is just quite a bit longer than that is a lot better in my giant fat hand. But the Kershaw Blur is a little, it's almost it fits. It fits my giant paw, but it doesn't feel great. If it doesn't feel, because it is so thin, also here, maybe I could just compare. I'll give you a little comparison here on the thinness. It's just a little bit thinner than that Ontario Rat number 1, but it just feels a little bit thin and just a little bit, I don't know, it just doesn't fill out my hand, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. The pocket clip on here too is kind of a letdown for me too because it's it's a 2-position pocket clip, but only on the one side of the knife. So you lefties are kind of left out on that one, pun intended on that. It is a Linerlock. I have heard some people having some issues with the Linerlock after use. This one seems pretty good to go. I guess somebody built it well in the factory that day. The action on it is fantastic. That it is an assisted blade. You can see it pops out there with some authority. It would be really hard to fail this because once you get it to about a quarter of the way, it pops right away. So it's pretty good. It does not have any kind of blade play, any kind of lock rock, anything like that. It's good to go there. The steel on it is the 14C28N, which is a fantastic steel to work with here. Now, I just want to wet down my hand just a little bit and just see, this has a little bit of texturing in the aluminum handle, and that actually feels pretty good, though. You can tell the aluminum is a little slippery in there, but with that little extra texturing and grip, it actually works pretty well. You can feel that it would definitely hold on to your hand well in a wet situation. If you're trying to use it out in the rain, or if you're trying to use it out, fishing, something like that, it would work pretty well. I just wanted to test it though because I don't know, for guys who do, work outside quite a bit, whether it's going to work with a glove on or not. And this might be tough to do. Manipulate it with the glove. Okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. How about the close? One-handed with the glove. Okay, it's not bad. It's a little bit of a small knife for my hand, and that's what makes it kind of difficult to manipulate with the glove on. But it's not bad. It works pretty well. So all in all, this is a pretty solid knife for you to go for your EDC type of tasks. I would probably not put it through anything extremely tough. It does have very thin stock on here, and it is for at least for my, like I said, giant bear paws, it's not that comfortable in my hands, in my large hands, my extra large hands. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next time.